Hey everyone, welcome back to Fishin Camp Life with me, Lad from the Woods. Well, it's been an interesting couple of days here. We had all kinds of storms break out, and big electrical storm, and it took out my internet, so I'm not doing any uploading or much of anything because I need the internet to do all my work. And I have it, I'm just making a coffee. I have it, what do you call that, tethered to my cell phone, but the cell phone service out here sucks. I need one of those boosters, cell phone booster, but the cheapest one I've been able to find is 200 bucks, and I can't afford that right now. I had to buy a new, what do you call it, capture card, and it was $259, but something weird new happened on Amazon is that they're like Sezzle, if you guys know what that is. You can make payments now. So they took like $85, shipped this $259 card, and then once a month then I do the payment. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that made life a lot easier doing it that way. And they shipped the card already. It was like I only ordered it like at 2 o'clock in the morning. But they've shipped it already, and it's coming from Michigan of all places. I don't know why, but anyway, Perlator's delivering it, so I'm happy because Perlator is fast, efficient, and no nonsense like that fucking UPS. Anyway, so I'm without internet, and I called Storm Internet. That's who they're called here, and that's what really this video is about. Storm Internet is the only one out here that actually does anything of value when it comes to the internet, and that's not saying a whole lot. We have ExploreNet out here, which is the worst company in the entire world for internet. You guys have no idea. If you think Spectrum in the States and all that is bad, you guys haven't seen anything yet. Anyways, well, you won't ever get Storm. They used to be the best. I'm only getting 5 megabits down max and 1 megabit up max. I have an 80-foot tower, which we're going to go look at. I just wanted to heat up that water for the coffee. And it cost me several thousands of dollars to put this tower up to get 5 megabit, maybe. And these electrical storms that took out my, they have it wired like so it's grounded, so like, you know, when the electrical storm like happened last night, it's supposed to kind of save it, but I guess there's limits to everything. Anyways, it fried. It wasn't last night, it was the night before. Yeah, because it'll be 24 hours tonight that the power went out. Today's Tuesday, so yesterday night. Anyways, I called them, left messages. They were closed because of the green thing yesterday. Today I wake up around 8:30, no internet still. Okay, well, obviously it's not on my end. Must be on their end or something. Anyways, I had checked my entire system and everything was fine. So, except for, it turns out it's their radio. Well, the first idiot I talked to, his name is Ryan. The kid was stoned, obviously. I mean, he couldn't get it together, and I'm like, you know, first I told him, I said, well, did you guys not check the 2 messages I left, and I explained to you what I think happened here? And he's like, he's fuddling around and fuddling around and fuddling around. And it's like 5 minutes later, I mean, he's still fuddling around. I'm like, what are you doing here, bud? And he's like, well, you know, and I said, okay, let's just simplify this. When can I get my fucking internet fixed? Another fuddling around and fuddling around and fuddling around. 5 minutes later, and he's on the phone. I can hear him fuddling around. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I said, is there any chance of me getting my internet back like today, you know, or something? Send a crew out here. We're out in the middle of nowhere here, so internet, you need it. And now I wasn't the only one that called in, but I had to be the first because I called as soon as the lightning bolt hit. I mean, the whole place shook and lit up. So anyways, whatever. Oh yeah, they'll probably be there in 4 or 5 days. I'm like, 4 or 5 fucking days without internet? Are you people kidding me? Like, okay, you know, you idiots, maybe you can do that because you've got your thing for your phones and all that, but I don't have a phone service here. So, like, a little priority, please. I mean, we already get screwed enough out here in Lanark County. So then I said, you expect me to wait 4 or 5 days, this, and this? And he's like, yeah. So then after I had told him it only happened 24 hours ago, or less than 24 hours ago, so you've been out without power for 4 or 5 days. I said, you know what, you're a fucking idiot, and I hung up on him. So I called the billing department, nobody would answer there, so I just left a yelling message. So then I called back and got a guy named Richard, who I've dealt with before. And he wasn't too bad, but he told me more or less the same thing. 1 to 4 working days before somebody gets here. And I'm like, then he goes to ask me if I've had COVID or do I have COVID. I said, that's none of your fucking business. It's up to your guys to wear their shit. I don't need to go outside. Anyway, I told him, I said, no, I think I was one of the first ones in the country with the 10 military guys to have COVID in November 19. Didn't know it at the time, but I mean, with the way I've been feeling, and I'm almost certain it's long COVID, you know, and I was really sick after that party. And of course, he was sick and had COVID, and he's in the Army. But anyways, so... You know, but anyway, I ended up telling him I had a vaccination. I said, but you guys legally cannot ask that. That's not, you know, that doesn't affect you coming here and replacing something on the outdoors. If you're coming into my house or going over to my mother who hasn't been vaccinated, that's one thing. But I mean, like, I told him, well, he backed off immediately. So, I mean, like, balls on these people to be asking, that's none of your business, my health, Storm, or anybody else. And I do with my body as I please, just as women should be able to do it with their body as they please. And I don't listen to these shit libs, you know, where they hypocritical. Well, we can force people to take it for the COVID, but no, you're not going to force an abortion on me. Well, I agree with the force of the abortion part, meaning, you know, we have no business telling people what to do or what not to do with their bodies. I couldn't believe that. Anyway. So there's Storm telling me this nonsense, and like I told him, I said, we've all heard from Starlink. We're going to be getting it sometime between now and Christmas. And I said, I'm done with you folks, and I'm not the only one. And I said, you know, you guys used to be the best. Your job depends on people like me paying my bill every month, along with the other how many. And they just don't care. It's just like, c'est la vie. I'm like, good luck to you. I said, Starlink won't be hiring you. That'll all be American-based. We'll be dealing with 188 numbers. Anyway, I've showed you this tower before. It's 80 feet tall, and you can see the little radio, square radio, what they call a radio at the top. I don't see any damage, and I checked the wires. See, they grounded it. It wasn't supposed to fry it anymore. But like I said, I think there's limits to everything. But this is the ground wire that they put on. But, yeah, I don't see any wires burnt or fried or anything like that. See? Anyway, that's the scoop. I have gas for the boat now, but the weather has been complete shit. And there's more shitty weather on the way. And as you can see, hey, so, doesn't that figure? No internet, would love to go fishing. Today'd be a great day to go fishing because, I mean, this is what I call walleye weather, but there's rain on the way. I'm not going to go sit in the rain in the boat by myself. To hell with that shit. So, anyway, there's one tank of gas. I got to at least get that boat out and place it proper on the trailer because I knocked it off accidentally. And, of course, I really need to be fishing. Anyway... my worker obviously is not coming today. I don't want him working in the rain. He says he's going to try and work tomorrow, but we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow, so I don't know. Anyway, I put money aside, $100 I put aside for him, so because he can come finish that work, and you know, we can start looking at the next step after that. So Greg is a really good worker. Anyway, I guess I'll just leave this to Storm for right now. My complaints about Storm, unreal. And I've said it a million times before, and I can't wait till Starlink is here. I am so done with Storm and its stupid wireless crap internet. So, I got pissed off. That sounds like Marvin. What's the matter, Marvin? Oh, there he is. What's the matter, buddy? You mad because I'm standing here yelling at the camera? No, I'm not stopping you from eating. You've walked right up to me. You climbed right up my stairs, even with the cats. So, I have this stuff called Osmos. It's in a Zep sprayer, but it's that green stuff. If you spray it on stuff, it actually eats the rust. Which reminds me, I wanted to try it, but I didn't want to use it on anything I was eating. So I ended up emailing the company Osmos, and they said, oh yeah, you can use that, no issue. Rinse it afterwards, and you're in business. So anyway, it wasn't the grill I really wanted to do, to take the rust off, but I'm doing it. But it was this little frying pan. I miss my little, you know, for my eggs, and then if I only want to do one little cheeseburger or something, you know, I can do a quickie in there. Anyway, I could spray this now. I was using it on my